day to everybody. We are approaching something that few of us thought we'd see. 2024 is on the rise, and it won't be long. And so, as we approach those holidays, whether it be your Thanksgiving holiday with family and friends or Christmas holidays that you're going to be traveling to see the grandchildren, I think that I really, really need to go back to a time, and this is a crazy time, when Jen and the Bells of Ballground came to ETC, and we cooked a little bit, and we had a little fun, and we had a few giggles. And as the holidays approach, we have to remember the giggles, we have to remember the smiles, we have to remember the good times. And I think everybody who loved Jen will love this program. It was very important to me to go through the archives and find something that would remind us that, yeah, she was a big part of what we did here. Sometimes it was a crazy part of what we did here. Sometimes things didn't always work. Sometimes things went nutty, but it was always fun. And no matter what we faced in life, no matter what the good Lord has thrown at us, and we've had some pretty weird stuff happen. We all came through it, and we held each other's hands, and we laughed, and we cried, and we did what we could for each other. And so today, my tribute to my friend is filled with laughter, it is filled with food, and it is filled with fun. It is also filled with beautiful, beautiful ladies from Ballground, the Bells of Ballground. As I dubbed Miss Jenny and Miss Paula, without our friends, how would we possibly get through those bad days? As the holidays approach, if you're fighting the loss of a loved one, if you're fighting the loss of, maybe your job has changed, maybe you're moving away, something is changing in your life, just know that God has a perfect plan, and we are all part of it. Sometimes we question and we go, Lord, were you kidding me when you did this? No. It's for real. Life is what it is, and we have to accept it. We have to feel blessed, and we have to share our good news with everybody else. The good news is 2024 is going to be a positive year, and we're going to declare it, and we're going to say, yes, Lord, thank you for 2024. Let's go back now to a visit with my dear friend, Jen Roberts. Here we go. Celebration Day. We are celebrating. Jen, have we ousted poor Amos as the official sampler?
Well, you've got him standing outside as the official greeter right now.
I have. And Mary and Kathy, where are you? You're supposed to be here. And Kathy Chastain.
And Kathy and Billy Wayne are supposed to be here.
Right.
Where are you? We're looking for you.
We have cake to celebrate the leaving and the loss of one of our favorite studio
Thumbs
people.
Up, thumbs
we
down,
love
girl.
it. We love it. We love it. Miss Maya is leaving us today and going to college, where she will become all that she ever dreamed of being.
I can't fuss about her going to college. If she were leaving to go bum around the country, I probably would say that's fine. Go do that.
That's
too,
it. Now,
be happy.
Let me tell you about this cake. There's a little bit of icing missing on this cake. It might have gone on my finger, and it might have gone down my throat, but it sure is good. It sure is good. Well, and I'll just admit that right here and right now.
It's kind of red, but it's a red velvet cake.
I didn't have a bite for breakfast, and when you came in with that, something just said, Cherie, your finger needs to be in that. So, evidence, I've done it. I've done it. Thank you for doing that. And this is a red velvet because that's what Maya wanted.
That's what Maya wanted, was red velvet. Absolutely.
Well, this week in the Fan in Focus, I did my grandmother Dobbs banana pudding recipe. And today, our visitors are going to get to sample my version of my Grandma Dobbs banana pudding. I added a couple of things. That's the way I do. A recipe is only a beginning. So I made it on Saturday for Dawn, and she said, oh, Mama, I could drink it. It is so good. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, when I made it Grandma's recipe, I added a couple of things to it. I used 2% milk, but then I added 1 can of evaporated milk, and I added 1 can of Equal Brand milk. So it gave it a creamy texture.
That sounds good. Can hardly wait.
And I just said, okay, so I made one with pineapple, because not everybody likes banana pudding.
I can't imagine who doesn't.
Me, thank you. I don't like the bananas.
Yeah.
I like the
so
pudding
I
without
made
the
pineapple.
Bless you.
So I made pineapple. So we have a pineapple pudding and a banana pudding. We also have a grape salad. Now, years and years ago, the first cookbook I did was to raise money for Habitat for Humanity. I was on the board of directors, and my deal was I love to fundraise. So I did this cookbook, and one of my friends, Paulette Massey, showed up at an event I was having, and she brought this grape salad. Well, it was wonderful, but I really didn't pay attention to it. And I realized when I was making it last night, it has cheese in it. Well, I looked at everybody else's recipe, and nobody else has had cheese in it, but this one did, and I said, well, I'm putting cheese in it. So it's grape and cheese with the gooey, goody stuff. So it's a little bit different. But at the same time, I'm looking through my cookbook, and I'm looking at a recipe I'm going to do in a couple of weeks, and I'm reading it. And I said, I got this, I got this, I got the ingredients. And then I read the cookbook, and I went, oops. Angela was a blueberry girl. Her mama's a blackberry girl. Angela typed the proof of the cookbook. The recipe title is Blackberry Less Cobbler. The ingredients are blueberries. It's wrong.
That sounds like our girl, doesn't it?
That sounds like our girl.
No, it was right to her.
It was right to her. She loved, and she would always say, Mom, you don't like blueberries? And I said, I love blackberries.
But I say the same thing to you because
Yeah,
I'm a
you
blueberry
love
person.
blueberries.
And I can't do the seeds in blackberries. I have to de-seed them, and that's a pain.
Honey, let me tell you how spoiled Freddie Brackett is. His mama strains blackberries and just uses the juice to make him a cobbler. Now, come on, Mama. And you wonder how I'm dealing with, if I cook for that man, are you kidding me? You got to keep up with Mama's standards? How hard is that? That is just not fair. That's unfair, completely unfair. But the seeds don't bother me. And I gave away some preserves the other day to Bill Galson. He said, oh my gosh, they're so good. Nobody ever leaves the berries in it. Well, these have the blackberries in it.
Well, and every once in a while I do. My diverticulitis doesn't like it.
Yes.
But I love the flavor.
Yeah.
But I buy a seedless blackberry to get that flavor, and it's delicious.
Do you know anybody who has muscadines? Because I asked Freddie last night, I said, do you like muscadine? He said, I love muscadine jelly.
I got muscadines at R&A Orchards.
Okay, because have you ever made muscadine jelly?
I love muscadine jelly, muscadine cider.
Good. It smells so good.
It tastes so good.
Yeah.
I learned to eat them. A kid named Marvin Elliott in my 3rd grade introduced me to muscadines, and I have loved them ever since.
I'm going to ask you something. Is there any such thing as a seedless muscadine, or do they all have seeds?
I've never seen them. They're
they
bodacious
have a big old
seeds.
seed. Yeah, and you have to.
But you know, there's some things, it's like
And we
spitting
didn't
watermelon
spit on the
seeds
cake.
out. No, it's like spitting watermelon seeds out.
spit on
Some
the cake.
things you're just meant to do in a lazy afternoon. Muscadine seeds are one of them.
That's right, that's right. Well, for everybody's wondering about the little donkey, precious little Black Knight is doing well. Eddie Brackett is spoiling the little boy to death.
It's about the size of my golden retriever.
He's 32 inches tall, and he is purely rotten, and he gets checked on all the time, and he's down in the garden doing a cleanup job for the garden. And you know, we were talking about this. Not only is he doing a cleanup job in the garden, he's fertilizing the garden.
He's fertilizing the garden, isn't he?
He's fertilizing the garden. So the garden's getting a little of everything, anything it needs. So, but it's been so much fun to watch them play with this thing. And it's like the conversation of the day is about the little baby donkey. So
They get
32
under your
inches
skin
tall.
in a hurry.
Yeah. Has a sweet personality, likes to follow you around, so it's been crazy.
So
But-
now are you now putting little apples in your pocket?
No,
or
but I
little
told
sugar
Freddie,
clumps?
somebody told me that they like mints, that they love little mints. And so Freddie loves those little mints, the Starlight mints that you buy at the store. And I said, keep one in your pocket and give it to the little, and he said, what? And I said, well, somebody told me that.
Well, you
So-
know, a horse loves a sugar cube. Loves a sugar cube.
Never
so-
thought about that, too.
Whenever I'd go horseback riding and I didn't know what horse I'd wind up with, I'd always have an apple and a couple of sugar cubes, and that before I ever
Entice them to like
yes,
you.
here I am. I'm the lady that's giving you a treat. Don't bite me. Don't throw, or more importantly, don't throw me.
Yep. We're celebrating today, and you know, there are some very special lives I want to ask you to celebrate. we had asked you to pray yesterday for a couple of people, and Jeff Blackwell did not get the news that he had hoped to get, and I remember the day that we got the same news, and I remember what it felt like. But we're going to celebrate Jeff's life, and whatever life, you know, he may have 5 more years, 10 more years, who knows how long he has left.
The celebration of life is
the
so
treatment
important.
is over. So we are celebrating life today, and there are a lot of people having birthdays today, and we want to take care of those. We want to take care of your birthday, so when we cut this cake, we don't feel guilty that you didn't get to see your whole birthday cake. Happy birthday to Joan Dillon and to Howard Jabley up in the Copper Hill area. Love you to death. Happy birthday to Stephanie Rogers, to Christy Coker. Happy birthday to Jason Queen, to JJ Suddeth, to Haley Davis, Melva Wofford, Hunter Green, Terry Rowan, and Maddie Arp. Happy birthday to each of you. I hope you have a really special day and celebrate life. And you know, when we got the message about Jeff, everybody, you could just see the posts were just so down. And I said, if you tell me I'm leaving today to go be with the Lord, I don't think I'll be down. I know I would miss my family so much, and I worry about it. I've made a recipe today that y'all are probably going to hate, but it's to keep me alive a long time, and it has 7 superfoods in it. We all want to live forever, but when it comes that time, and we know, would you bring James back?
I wouldn't bring him back.
No.
Because I wouldn't want him
to be with the
Lord.
Lord.
Want to come back from where he is now.
Yeah.
Do I look forward to being with him, with Bob? There's so many people there that I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah.
You've got so many people that you're looking forward to see. I know where
It's
I'm
tough.
going.
Yeah.
Would I want to know today if my life were going to end today? I don't know. You know, Kathy Lee Gifford lost her husband, and she
Right.
said he was getting ready for church, drinking coffee, sat down and died.
Yeah.
And I think that's a
way
gift.
to go. Is that not
That's
awesome?
a wonderful gift.
Yeah.
My very best friend, my evil twin sister, the lady that lives in Virginia, her mother did the same thing. Went upstairs, drew a bath, sat down to read a book. They went upstairs when they heard the water running, and Lee's mom had passed away. She
Wow.
sat down and passed away.
Wow.
I think that's a gift from God for you and your family, because it's, you and I both know, it's so hard to sit with someone
Oh,
you love
yeah,
and
it's tough.
watch them die a little bit at a time.
Tough.
It breaks your heart, and there's nothing you can do
Well,
for
we've
them.
said it and said it and said it. Cancer is evil. It is horrible. It's one of those things. And I have prayer requests today for folks battling cancer. Lolly Elliott, who is Dan Elliott's beautiful, beautiful wife, her dad has some blood clots, and she's really, really worried about him. He's an elderly gentleman. He has blood clots in several places, and she's scared to death. So she said, please pray for him. And my cousin Carol Matthews is going through her 4th chemo treatment beginning today. And you're like, you know, that chemo takes you to death's door, and you hope that it solves the problem and you come back out of it. But it's tough. And also prayers for, you know, we think about the end of our life, and we talk about what cancer does to you. I was looking at a message today from precious Leslie, and her uncle Richard Dobbs is leaving this world because cancer has taken his body down to nothing. And she said, he's so close to leaving us, and he's so much fun, and he was so precious. And I thought, you know, God did give us those memories. We still have all those amazing memories. So when they're gone, just keep those memories close. So today we want to ask you to please pray for Jeff, for Richard, and for Carol Matthews. You know, all of them battling cancer.
How's the baby?
Cancer just stinks. Not any change, but there's going to be a benefit. This is for baby Blake. The benefit is going to be at Chick-fil-A in Woodstock, and this is Monday, August the 24th. And this is the young baby, and the sad thing is, when this baby, during birth, something happened, and baby Blake was without oxygen for, I think, 10 minutes. He was a perfectly formed, perfect baby boy, and something happened in delivery. And don't know the particulars, but this is 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Monday, August the 24th. If you go to Chick-fil-A in Woodstock, a percentage of sales go to Frank and Tabitha Jones to help their young baby.
Chick-fil-A is so good doing
They're
things
awesome.
like that.
They're awesome. They help so many people. Now, do you have any birthdays up in the McKaysville area we didn't get?
Not that I know of. You got the one I knew of.
Sometimes you have stuff. I love this because you think about the people you've known, the people you've helped, the people that possibly helped you. And this morning when I was getting ready, and I was thinking about how it was so much fun to have Angela in the kitchen with me helping me. It was fun to have Lucy in the kitchen helping. It was fun to have you in the kitchen. It was fun to have that companionship. And I thought about, one of them's gone, one of them is getting up in years, and you just think, man.
Are you talking about me?
No, not you. Not you. Lucy is getting up in years. She's over 80 now. But success is not counted by how high you have climbed, but how many people you brought with you. And we have a choice in our life. Angela loved growing and teaching and sharing. And I love that about her, because as she would learn to do something and somebody would compliment her, she'd say, let me teach you to do this. And the funniest thing you ever saw was Angela teaching her mama to make a bow, because she said, Mama, anybody can be an amazing florist.
I've seen that. I've seen her try to teach you to make a bow.
Oh, I couldn't do it. But Angela tried to help everybody. She wanted everybody to do well.
She taught me to make one.
Yeah. I cannot make a dad-blasted bow.
I give her
I
credit
cannot
for
do
every
save
bow
my
someone
soul.
comments about.
Yeah.
This is an Angela. This is an
Blows my
Angela
mind.
bow.
But she loved sharing that. And
She never looked. She'd just do it. She had that talent.
And I'm going, I could not get it together. I could not get it together. But I love when we are good at something, we teach somebody. And I liked teaching people to make biscuits. I liked...
Except for Lori.
Except for Lori, who drove me crazy. I just want 6. I'm like, shut your mouth.
Nobody
eats
6 biscuits. Nobody eats 6 biscuits.
But if you're doing something and somebody compliments you, offer to help them to learn to do that, because I look at
You've
my
been
cookbook.
so good at that. You've shared so much. You shared so much at the Nifty 50 and so much that you've shared of yourself in the Copper Basin and everything that's going on up there now.
How I miss that time I used to spend loafering. That loafering time's gone. These jobs get in the way of all that. But it is what it is. And it's like Howard Jabley, do you know about his eye?
Yes.
About his eye? And he said, I know everybody's going to pray for me. And that's one of the wonderful things about the communities that we serve. We will make a difference in somebody's life. We can make a difference in somebody's life, even if it's making a cake for them, if it's a kind gesture of taking something to your next door neighbor, if it's cards that Paula made me, beautiful new cards. I have some new wonderful cards. It's doing something for somebody else that you don't know if it's going to come back to you, but it will. It will. Over and over and over.
I love to just smile at people in the stores, and they'll look at you, well, what's the matter with you?
Well, speaking of, let me tell you something I did yesterday. And I live on a small street with a lot of nice people. And yesterday, as I was leaving, I always wave at everybody. I don't know everybody, but I wave at everybody.
But you're in such a controlled environment over there.
She didn't wave back.
What was her problem?
That girl is, but she must not be from around here is all I got to say.
She's a strange visitor, isn't she?
She did not wave
Maybe
back.
Maybe an alien has landed.
And I thought, well, what in the world were you thinking?
That doesn't sound like Talking Rock, does
No, it does not, because beautiful downtown Talking Rock, everybody knows everybody. But it was so funny because I was coming out the subdivision, she was going in, and I just threw up my hand, and I thought, oh, she didn't speak. And that was weird to me, because we all do. That's just part of living here.
We do too. We do that in Kingtown. Or somebody, it doesn't matter if you're outside, they ride by and they wave. If they don't wave, you know they're a northerner coming down to rent a cabin.
Speaking of foreigners, Mary and Kathy, where are you? 2 precious, precious ladies. I dubbed them the Yankee Sisters. They came here years ago. I met them about 9 years ago and just fell in love with them. And I was telling the story this morning about the day they showed up here at the studio with a box of Sarah Coventry jewelry for me. I still have the jewelry. I still wear it. And I laughed about it because I thought this looks like something my mother and my grandmother would have. And
they did.
Treasure
they had
it. I treasure it. It's so beautiful.
Boxes of it.
Yeah, and I just love it. So I don't know why y'all aren't here. You're supposed to be here. But anyway, I hope everything's okay with y'all. All right, we have several sayings today. And this is another one, and I've thought. Today, the Buttram family is going to be laying Tim to rest. He was 45 years old. A good kid, tough. A good guy. Nobody knew how sad and how bad he felt. But never lose hope. God is the God of the impossible, and that is so true. No matter what you're facing, God is the God of impossible. Someone asked me how I hold my head up so high after what I've been through. I said it's because no matter what, I'm a survivor, not a victim.
That's excellent.
And that is the hardest thing to put in your mind, because you are a survivor. You came through this. You made it through whatever you're facing, whether it's a divorce or medical issues or financial issues. You came through this, and don't let yourself feel like a victim. And I think that's so important, because we all are facing something that you think, man,
Every one
I
of
don't
us,
know if
we've
I can
all
get
got
through
to
it.
face something
But you do.
that you think you can't
You do.
handle, and
Now
you
look
have
at
to
this, how
handle it.
appropriate is that? We got a cake and it's life's a piece of cake with Alpha Insurance. That is wild. We have a lot to celebrate. We have a lot to be thankful for. There's so much going on around us. And you have a sponsor that really stepped up to the plate at the golf event. Tell me about him.
We have a group of doctors that are down in Canton, and Dr. Eric, excuse me if I mispronounce your name, you know I never get it right, but Dr. Eric Cavici and Dr. James McGraw at the Georgia Medical Treatment Center. Thank you, thank you, thank you, gentlemen. When we first started talking about doing the golf tournament at Copper Basin, these doctors stepped up and were our first $500 sponsors. And you are
And they
deeply
understand that
appreciated.
you're giving, but it's coming back to this community over and over
very
and
much so.
over.
He has a lot, and even though he's in Canton, Cherokee County, represented by
The
some
Bells
of
of
our
All
ladies
Ground are
here.
here. The Bells of All Ground can go visit.
But I never go down there when I don't see a half a dozen other people that are from this area too, or from a doctor at Kennestone, or
Right.
there's so many of us that drive that way. But those guys were the very first, and I'm going to thank some other sponsors later, but I wanted to especially thank them because they were the very first ones before we had a nickel. They wrote us a check for $500, and that just means a great deal to all of us. And,
Yep.
and another good sponsor from the Canton area is Bill Holt. We've gotten, we did get two $250 sponsorships from Bill Holt. So all of you that, if you need to go to physical therapy, I've got a good one for you, and if you need a good car, we've got, and you know,
There you
both
go.
of them, Bill
There you
Holt
go.
advertises a lot on ETC, and we're working with Dr. Eric right now and Dr. James. But just thank you guys, and looking forward to helping. It helped us with other sponsors because I could say, we've already raised this amount of money and we're
Right.
starting to go back into the community. And it's appreciated because they understand, and they give to give, not, in fact, he even said, you don't have to put our name on anything. And I said, no, I'm going to thank you.
Oh, yeah, you're going to do it.
I'm
Yeah,
going to thank you, whether you
absolutely.
want me to or not.
Yeah.
And we'll, after the tournament and when we get everything finalized tomorrow, I'll mention everybody, but those were two very good sponsors and deeply
cool.
appreciated by. When people start giving $500 to an area where they don't even, where their businesses aren't even located, it shows how much they care and that they're giving back to a community that they think
That's
a lot
right.
of.
That's right. And once they visit that tiny hospital, they understand what it means for the community, too.
Well, people care so much there. They were you were talking about giving back to everything. It's amazing. A housekeeper will walk by and say, well, how's your wife, or how's your husband, or how's your child been doing, or, you know, everybody up there knows everyone and they care about you. And that's what makes Copper Basin Medical Center such a special little place. It's close to my heart for a lot of different reasons.
Absolutely. You know, I was sitting here thinking about the things that we have seen happen in these communities, and people coming together from different churches, different businesses, different everything. Everybody just comes together, and there's never a question of, well, I don't know if I want to help that event or not. And you and I are going to be lucky enough to get to meet a lot of folks at the Taste of Home event. ETC is going to help and sponsor us being there.
Looking forward to
It's going
that.
be
That'll be fun.
It is going to be so much fun, but I'm so worried about it because, you know, we're really the only two Southern Belles going to be there. The rest of those people that are going to be on stage doing the cooking, they are from up north.
We're just going to have to teach them
We're going to
Southern
have to teach them how to talk.
hospitality.
And I've thought about, we're just going to be doing a meet and greet out in the lobby before the event happens, and it's going to be fun for us to get to see this because it's crazy. It tours the United States, and it's going to be on September 19th. And the next few days, we're going to give away some more
I read the
tickets to that.
magazine every month, though, and I look at
I
their
love the recipes, yeah.
But, you know, I never go to Anderson Music Hall for any event that I don't run into handfuls of people from Cherokee County to our other Cherokee County, North Carolina,
Right.
who want you.
Yep.
So it's
fun.
not like we're in an area where no one knows us.
Yep. Yep, it's going to be fun.
You're
I'm
known
looking
high
forward
and
to
wide.
it.
I can't wait.
And we get to, it's so funny because we get to be there a couple of hours before the event, and I've been trying to think of what we can do, what could we take, what could we sample we can't do samples for 600 people, 800 people, 1,000 people. We just can't do that. So I've been trying to
That's
rack
a lot
my
of
brain.
chicken wing or a lot of that
I know.
apple
I'm
bites.
like, you know, how do you convince people that the recipes in this cookbook are so simple, so southern, so scrumptious? It's going to be tough, but we're going to meet and greet and do a lot of, and I hope we make some new friends.
Some pictures. You and I are
It's gonna
crafty
be
people.
fun.
We might come up with something. You never
It's
can
going to
tell.
be fun. It's going to be fun. And I'm going to ask poor Trevor, once again, I'm going to hit Trevor up. Can you put some of the food stuff together on a DVD that we can air? Because that is one way. Once you see the product done, then you look at it in a cookbook and it's
Just
like,
run
well,
it.
is it that simple? And it really is that simple. And the salad that we made last week, what do you think about that?
Oh, the salad was so bad last week. We had it for supper that night with shredded white breast meat in it. He's had it since with ham in it. And
Yeah.
he's had it since with smoked sausage in it. So it's really quite good, and he's become a very big
And it's
fan
good
of that.
for you.
And it's delicious.
Yeah.
I did make one little change. I didn't put the broccoli in it, but then he asked about the broccoli, so I went back and added it.
Yeah.
I put the green olives in it for me, and
Yeah.
yes, I had a big bowl of it with anchovies.
That is wild.
Just
You
delicious.
just love those little suckers.
Those
don't
little
you?
hairy fish are great on absolutely anything. And you know, Kenny's one of our favorite places, bless his heart. He's also doing the luncheon for the golf tournament. Thank you, Kenny. Kenny will make me a pizza and just cover it with anchovies. Ooh, it's wonderful. And I got
I've
everybody
never
up there
understood
eating
that.
that.
Two things I can't do. I cannot touch an oyster and I cannot do an anchovy.
Well, now I'm with you on the oyster. And I don't want the oyster in any shape, form, or fashion. But
well,
the
let me tell
anchovy,
you-
I'm in good shape.
A recipe I was going to do in a couple of weeks, and it just went out the roof yesterday. It's gone. It just escaped, went into thin air because I went to buy a piece of halibut. Now, when we do the recipe, we let our crew eat, and then we always have Amos is here to eat, and today we have some lovely ladies who are going to sample the food. But a little tiny piece of halibut was $12, and I said, no. So we may do, what could we do?
We'll watch and find a good
We could do
cod.
poor man's lobster. We could use catfish, I guess.
Well, I love catfish, so we could work something out. I don't know if you looked at the price of catfish
Yeah,
lately.
yeah.
You just got to find the
It was
right
crazy.
thing.
It was crazy.
But we talked last night, the price of chicken wings.
It's ridiculous.
Used
It's
to throw them,
ridiculous.
people used to throw them away.
Well, we're going to some folks who have great prices, great products. We're going to a commercial. When we come back, Jen and I are going to run over here. We have pineapple pudding, banana pudding, a grape salad, and we're going to do some roll-ups. And the roll-ups are something that I had in an event a few weeks ago, and then yesterday Freddie tried some, and he liked them. And I just said, I'm going to do a veggie one for me. So the veggie one, it'll either be a hit or a miss, but we're going to run over there in just a minute. So when you come back from commercial, we'll be over there where we belong today. We'll be back in just a minute.
So, what you doing?
I'm watching TV.
TV.
Yeah, well, it's really nice outside.
With the binoculars.
Okay, yeah, so I watch TV off the mirror that goes through the window into the binoculars, so I can be like outside while I watch.
Watch a lot of TV? ETC's TV Everywhere lets you watch TV on your phone, tablet, or computer. Visit etcnow.com to find out more.
I'm Lawrence Smith, University of Georgia. Today we have John Davis, former Georgia Tech All-American, and Frank Ross, captain of the Bulldogs' 1980 National Championship team in a Subway showdown. Subway.
How many Subways does that Singleton own? He just up at number 17. He started in my hometown of Ellijay. Yeah, but he graduated from University of Georgia.
Hey guys, who's hungry?
It looks like Subway and Singleton Food Services Incorporated, the winner again.
Subway.
Fountain Roofing has been providing excellent service for 35 years. Let Lonnie assist you in choosing the roof perfect for your home and your budget. Commercial or residential, he can handle it all. Fountain Roofing continues to provide quality workmanship and will provide references upon request. At Fountain Roofing, we've got you covered. Call Lonnie at 706-692-6997. That's 706-692-6997. In today's changing world, some things should never change. Time-honored compassionate services are what families have come to know with Roper Funeral Home. Our professional and courteous staff offers traditional services, cremations, as well as advanced funeral planning, which relieves the burden from those we love.
Hello, I'm Kevin Roper. If you have any questions about the services we provide, we invite you to give us a call, stop by, or better yet, ask a family who has used our services.
The house rumbled. That roar like a freight train.
Got a big problem.
Alpha stepped in.
He was here on the spot. It didn't take him no time to come in.
I just felt instant relief.
By the end of Tuesday, they had our roof back on.
And Alpha's just always been good to us, always.
They did what was right. Now, what other insurance company gonna do that?
For the best agents in the business, call Ed Stepp in Blue Ridge.
Hello everybody, my name is Roberto Pereira. I'm a cardiologist practicing at Piedmont Mountainside at Jasper, Georgia. I'd like to invite you to join me as I talk to some very interesting people about health. Sometimes physicians, sometimes nurses, sometimes both. And the name of the program is called Doctor Talk. It airs twice a week at ETC TV.
How I've been here without you, I'd like to say I've been fine, and I do, but we both know the truth is hard to come by, and if I told the truth, that's not quite true. Some days are diamonds, some days are stone. Sometimes a hard time won't leave me alone. Sometimes a cold wind blows a chill in my bones. Some days are diamonds, some days are stone. Now the face that I see in my mirror, more and more is a stranger to me. More and more I can see there's a danger in becoming what I never thought I'd be. Some days are diamonds, some days are stone. Sometimes a hard time won't leave me alone. Sometimes a cold wind blows a chill in my bones. Some days are diamonds, some days are stone. Some days are diamonds, some days are stone. Sometimes a hard time won't leave me alone. Sometimes a cold wind blows a chill in my bones. Some days are diamonds, some days are stone. Some days are diamonds, Some days are diamonds, some days are stone. Some days are diamonds, some days are stone.
Jen, we're back. Life is short, eat dessert first. Okay, banana pudding, grape salad. Grape, does that count as a fruit?
Well, I've had it as a vegetable or a fruit, and I've had it as a
fruit
dessert.
today. We're going to count this as a dairy, and potassium in the bananas, and then pineapple. Pineapple is so good for you, and this is for you
Very
because
healthy.
you're not much of a banana girl.
No. But the
Okay.
pudding and the vanilla wafers and the meringue, absolutely.
And we're going to start with dessert because honestly, there are just some days that you think, I just need to start with something really good. So we're going to start with dessert.
I've done that a lot.
This is Grandma Dobbs' homemade recipe with a little Cherie kick to it. And Cherie kicked it up by adding Eagle brand milk and a can of pet milk to it. But it was actually the Laura Lynn brand. I bought her cheap brand. So I'm going to serve that up. Ooh, guess what I just did? I'm going to serve that up. I'm going to serve banana. Don't worry about it. I don't need it right now.
Okay.
If you can dip up the grape salad, because the grape salad is a recipe that I'd had for years. It's in my cookbook, but I didn't realize it had cheese in it. It has cheese in it. And our guest today, I didn't ask do they like banana pudding, but being the Bells of Ball Ground, would you not think that they would probably like banana pudding?
That's an assumption I would have made right off.
I would think so, and I think the crew is. Now tell me about the cake that you made for the going away gift.
It's a red velvet cake, but it's a made from scratch cake. There are a dozen eggs in it and 2 sticks of real butter and just some love for Maya.
And it is a recipe, I told you as I was a kid, Mama always made red velvet birthday cakes. And I was like, Mama, come on, make me a coconut cake. I wanted a coconut cake. She got hung up on red velvet cakes. They are expensive to make. They're expensive because they have a lot of ingredients in it that cost a lot of money. And I said, Mama, budget yourself and make us coconut. But
well, it looks
great.
It's also got apple cider vinegar in it, but that's one of the best things you can eat.
Yay. Now, ladies, if y'all will come over, we're going to share some of the desserts. If you want to put this on there for them so they can just hold that. And then we're going to give them each. And this is such a cute way to do banana pudding.
With a little fork.
I went to the thrift store. I've got the forks right here. I went to the thrift store and I picked up these glasses for 25 cents each. So you take them home and you wash them, and there you go. Miss Paula, there you go.
All right, thank you very much.
Miss Rosemary, here you go. Poor Amos is going to be last today, bless his heart, because we just decided that we wanted a different opinion today.
I know what he's thinking, though. He's thinking, I'm last in line, I'll take what's left.
Okay, Miss Jenny, now here's banana pudding, and it is warm.
I need another fork.
Oh, and I gave y'all an option. I said, some people like it hot, some people like it cold. Donna and I like it warm, so we just like it warm. Now, I'm going to fix some for the crew because...
Need one for Amos.
Amos? Where did he disappear to?
I don't know where he is.
Well, we mentioned being quiet and he took off, so.
Well, that's his loss.
We'll fix it for him anyway. All right, there you go.
Here's one for...
Now, there you go.
Just sit them down?
All right, yeah. And crew, if y'all will come and get yours, I really think anybody can make homemade banana pudding. A lot of people, well, I just use that mix. Well, no, it's so simple to do.
No, it's not the same with just a mix.
No. It's so simple to do the homemade way. And the only difference I did, if you pick up the Fan and Focus this week, you can get my grandma's recipe, but keep in mind that when I did this, I added Eagle brand milk. Now, Miss Maya.
Here she comes.
There you go, sweet
It's her last day, so let her.
Banana pudding, and then we're going to cut your cake at the end of the show, and I want you to take some of the grape salad. Okay. Amos, here's your dessert. Right, here you go. All right, there's his. And then we're going to do one more. And Jen, I'm going to fix you the pineapple. Is that?
That's fine.
You good with pineapple?
Amos, come on up here and get you one. The ladies have already been. You didn't. You disappeared.
There you go. All right. There you go. All right. There's one more banana.
Here. Here's a banana. You want some banana pudding?
There you go. And Jen, I'm going to fix you pineapple. And
one for the
let me
crew.
tell you about today, the meringue.
Now, Trevor eats banana pudding. So, Maya, come get this for Trevor. Get Trevor a set.
The meringue did okay until I drove it up here, and then it fell, and I don't like that about humidity in Georgia. So, Jen, your pineapple is going to have...
Thank you.
There you go. Now, pineapple or banana, I'm going to do a pineapple for some of the crew because not
I'm
everybody
going to set mine
likes
over
banana.
here for right now. We need those little forks.
Not everybody likes banana. Here they are. We got them.
That spoon over here.
There you
too.
go. All right, and this is so simple, so easy. Flour, sugar, 2% milk, and then I used Eagle brand and 1 can of the Laura Lynn milk, and crushed pineapple in the pineapple pudding. So there you go. There's the pineapple pudding. And these glasses too, aren't they cute? They came from the thrift store. They only had 3, and I figured that's why they were at the thrift store, because somebody said, well, there's only 3 of them, and so they discount them.
But you know, if you'll look in Southern Living or any of the other magazines, even like Taste of Home, you'll see that the thing now is to mix your table settings.
Yes,
you don't want everything the same thing. It gives it real character. Makes it very attractive.
Will you come get one more and take to the crew? And let me tell you something else we're going to do. This is going to be so much fun because at the event, Larry Dodson, we're going to do a reception for him at the Art Center in Canton. This is going to be the first Friday night of September, and we invite you to come and to, first of all, view his gorgeous, gorgeous art. 2 originals of home places in Ball Ground, Georgia. It's just going to be phenomenal. It's going to be phenomenal. But the best thing about that day, we're going to have our reception food. It's going to have a Southern flair to it. It's going to be Southern charm, really charming Southern stuff. And it might be my homemade banana pudding. It might be some little tiny biscuits with chicken in it. We're not sure what we're going to do yet, but we'll have a Southern flair.
Little cocktail grab and go.
Yeah. How else could you prepare to unveil 2 gorgeous, gorgeous turn-of-the-century homes? It's going to be just phenomenal. I can't wait. He did the first original, and then he came back to Ball Ground, and he said, I love this place so much, I'm going to do another one. So it was wonderful.
I'm going to demand equal opportunity for the Copper Basin.
That would be awesome. That would be wonderful. We could do something else up there with him.
We've got so many beautiful sites up there.
Absolutely, because he loves this area. He goes from Cherokee County, Georgia to Cherokee County, North Carolina fishing, and he just absolutely loves it. Now, here's one more of the pineapple and the grape salad. Did you try the grape salad?
I spared one grape before we...
in it.
But I enjoy it. I like it.
Yeah, it has cheese in it. I was kind of surprised with that. But again, the recipe is so simple, and it's in the Phantom Focus this week. The banana pudding is, and then all I did to change it up when I made it for Jen, I used crushed pineapple in it. So we've got one with crushed pineapple, one with bananas. And let me tell you something I did, and this is something I almost steered away from my Nilla vanilla wafers. I couldn't do it. I bought the store brand. I could not leave these. So there are some things I always try to go with the store brand, but this time I had to use Nilla. I have never used anything but Nabisco vanilla wafers, so I did it again. So maybe one day I'll try it with the store brand, but so far I haven't. So we'll see. Now we're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to get rid of the desserts except for the cake that we're going to serve in a little bit. We're going to make some little tiny mini sandwiches, and we're going to do some roll-ups. And I can tell you the roll-ups are a good snack item for kids. They're a good light dinner. If you want to have something light, you can make them ahead, keep them in the fridge. If you're really watching what you eat and you do the spring mix that I did, it has 7 superfoods in it, including pumpkin seeds. It'll either be a hit or a miss, so we'll see. And you know, we started them off with the dessert. We kind of got them ready to put these onions in their mouth because the rest of this stuff's got a whole lot of onion in it. So we'll be back in just a minute.
Gilmer Parks and Recreation invites everyone out to River Park on Highway 5 in Ellijay. Join the 50-plussers every Wednesday at 9 a.m. for Wednesday Walk in the Park at the tennis courts. Free bottled water will be available. Visit our website to find out about our recreational sports programs and rec leagues. You'll also find information on mountain biking and hiking trails, as well as tubing and rafting on the Cartacay River, all on GilmerRecreation.com. Gilmer County, a great place to play.
As you think about your retirement and financial future, there are some tough questions you're probably asking yourself. And if you're not, you should be. Questions like, have I accumulated enough money to live for the rest of my life without working? How will inflation affect me? Just about every retiree must work out these questions and other questions.
At Kiker Wealth Management, we can help you answer these questions, help you understand the reality of your situation, and develop a plan to deal with the answers.
Kiker Wealth Management. The wisdom is in the planning. At Blue Ridge Dermatology, we believe your skin is vital to your health. That's why each of our providers gives personalized treatment recommendations. Let Dr. Mills do a thorough exam. He specializes in all skin conditions. Jamie Savageau is our nurse practitioner who specializes in skin disease. And our physician's assistant, Patrick Martin, is a certified injector for facial rejuvenation. Our certified laser technician, Donna Atosco, performs laser procedures with the latest gold standard equipment. Susan Newton is our medical esthetician. She specializes in chemical peels and skin tightening. Let one of the staff at Blue Ridge Dermatology help you look and feel your best. The 2015 NASCAR season is here, only on NBC and NBC Sports Network. Don't be left in the dust. Get NBC Sports Network, now on ETC's Choice Plus bundle, only $33.99 a month for 6 months with no contract. Plus, you'll get access to over 100 premium and HD channels, including ESPN, the SEC Network, and Fox Sports South. Don't miss out on this incredible offer. Call ETC or go online today.
Ignite Internet from ETC. It's more than just faster internet. It's the way you work. It's the way you connect. It's the way you play. With speeds up to 100 megabits, ETC Ignite Internet is the way you live. Ignite, only from ETC.
Copper Basin Medical Center in Copper Hill, Tennessee is a fully staffed hospital and emergency room offering 24/7 laboratory, imaging, pharmacy, and respiratory treatment. Our accomplished board-certified surgeons perform outpatient, inpatient, and same-day surgery. We have a specialty clinic on site, and we offer a number of outpatient tests and procedures, and we do MRIs on Saturdays. Give us a call today or go online for more information. Copper Basin Medical Center, serving with excellence, healing with care.
Whether you're swimming in the sea or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
Okay, Jen, this is going to be a test. I have tried to do something healthy. Lord help us. You know, you start them out with banana pudding full of sugar and
Healthy can get you in trouble sometimes.
You know, this is, I'm already smelling this, but I would like...
Opening my sinuses.
Yes, it's opening sinuses. It's opening everything.
But it smells delicious.
This is basically a tortilla shell that I took cream cheese and the Laura Lynn ranch dressing, mixed it all up with a mixer, spread it on there thin, and then I came up with this idea. I did some roast beef and cheese ones for Freddie. And I thought, you know, I want it to be healthier for me. So I did... honestly, everything, kale, onions, bell peppers out of the garden, everything possible I could get that was healthy. And I stuck it in a food processor, and I just made it as tiny as I could, and then I added cheeses to it. And I will say, I mean, I'm smart enough to know not everybody's going to like it. It has a lot of onion in it. It has a sharp taste. So I'm going to add some of the veggies and some of the meats. This is something that is so simple. You can eat it as a roll-up, or you can use it as an hors d'oeuvre at events. So, okay, that's the roast beef one. Now that one doesn't have cheese in it. It does have cream cheese.
I started saying there's something in it.
It does have cream cheese. But
That's
see,
very good.
See how the little pinwheel looks? And it's something you can do for an hors d'oeuvre. But I just thought that we really needed something healthy. So I'm going to serve these, and then you and I are going to start, and we're going to make some using This is spinach and artichoke.
Artichoke.
This is tomato basil. I love tomato basil. I love tomato basil.
You love tomato basil soup. I know
I
that you
do.
love.
I do. But we're going to share these.
I'm going to eat spinach artichoke.
We're going to share these with our guests. If they can come over here, and if you'll hold up these trays and let them choose which one they want.
Ladies, bring your plates with you.
Yeah, or I've got some more here if you want to use those.
Oh, okay. We got some.
Yeah, I got plates. Yep. But
I
come
only have
over
two
and
hands.
just try these and see what you think, because honestly, it's roast beef and or the veggies. The veggie, I'm gonna warn you, has a lot of onion in it.
She hasn't done that one yet. She hasn't done tomato basil yet.
We're
Now,
gonna do
this
it
one right
next.
here is the roast beef. The brown is the meat. The other is the garden vegetable.
That's the roast beef.
That's the roast beef.
They
Yep.
all look so pretty.
And it's something so simple that you can make for an event. And now this is how you start it. You just take your shell and you spread it thinly with, and I'm using tomato basil on this one. And then we're going to use some corned beef because
several.
I love corned beef. So on this one we're doing just the tomato basil. Then we're going to use
Like
corned
that
beef.
one right there. You'll like that one.
And then we are going to use some cheese. So this is so simple. One nice slice of beef.
You want the whole plate?
One nice slice of beef and the cheese. So, and I'm using a different variety
the
of
roast
shredded
beef. You get
cheese,
one of
whatever you
those.
want to put on it. If you like, you know, the one thing I would have bought, but man, it was expensive. I love blue cheese crumbles. But that stuff was pretty pricey, so I didn't do that. But there you go. Now, Jen, I want you to try that and tell me what you think of it.
What, this one?
This one that I just did, this is the tomato basil.
Let's let one of them try that.
Okay.
I'm not a big basil fan.
Okay, and this is something that you're supposed to make it ahead of time and let it sit in the refrigerator.
I want to try the
so
spinach
it cuts
artichoke.
better. Okay. You're supposed to make it a little bit ahead of time so it cuts better, but look, it did just fine.
We've
And
got
this is
somebody-
with tomato
here's-
basil.
Okay, here's someone coming for tomato basil.
Okay.
We'll let her put those on there. We'll let her
Yeah,
take the
take
plate
the whole
back
thing.
to the audience over there.
But this is so simple, and it's, you know, it doesn't have a lot of calories in it. The cheese is the worst thing, and that one doesn't have anything on it, but
We'll take that one.
there you go. Here's one more. Okay.
Make this for Larry's.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. It's so easy, so simple, and it is. Choose the meat you want. If I bought
Tomato basil.
tomato basil, there you go. Those are tomato basil.
Thank you.
But if you want, here's another one, Jen, too. This one's tomato basil. Get her
Okay,
that
here,
one.
this
Yep.
one's tomato. And that one you're doing there is tomato
Yeah,
basil.
tomato basil. I love the just that hint of basil in this. It smells so good.
See, I'm one of those few people that don't do
You
pesto.
don't like that.
I don't do pesto. I don't do basil. I'm not a basil fan.
And why is that?
I don't like the flavor of it, but or
Wow.
the aftertaste of basil. But I love the spinach artichoke. So when you do one of
We'll
those,
do
I
that.
will try
Yep.
that one in a heartbeat.
Yep, and again, this is, you know, the original recipe said to use ranch dressing and cream cheese, and I thought, well, that's pretty good, so I did a big plate full of those, and again, I chose the Laura Lynn brand that was a little bit cheaper, and
My daughter does a lot of these. You know, she lives alone, and she'll buy the chicken that's already cooked for like chicken tacos.
Absolutely.
And put shredded Monterey Jack on it.
there you go. It's just super easy. It is relatively inexpensive, and the meat was on
You like
sale
that?
this week for $6.99 a pound. So that was pretty cool. But it's so easy, and this will be good to do for the event. We'll have to do it maybe ham and cheese since we're going with a southern flair. We can't do anything exotic, but we want to do something. I can't wait for folks to come to the art gallery. I hope it's going to be an amazing success for Larry, because to choose ball ground to do
this
these
is tomato
things,
basil.
I'm not sure if that one is or not, but these are. Now I'm
I've
going
got
to do
my finger
one.
on it now,
You
so.
want the spinach artichoke, right?
I want the spinach artichoke.
Okay, let's try that one.
Ladies, this is another tomato basil.
Angela would love this. She loved
love
artichoke.
that.
She loved spinach. She would love this. So let's, oh, yum.
I'm already loving it. I love the smell of that.
Yum, yum, yum. Okay, get me some meat. Put the meat on there, then I'll put the cheese. And again, you make these ahead of time and you just put them in the fridge and let them sit so they cut easier. Sprinkle the cheese on there. And And can you imagine a man being happy with this for supper? That's what Freddie Brackett had for supper last night, was just one of these. And I
Well,
thought,
Amos would be happy if you gave him enough.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool to just have such a simple something that you can make ahead of time. And I made it ahead of time and just wrapped it in the press and seal.
Well, Michelle keeps them in her refrigerator with Monterey Jack.
Yeah, they're awesome.
And sometimes she'll just pop it in the microwave to melt that cheese to warm it up
that's
ever
a good
so
idea.
slightly. She
Now,
loves
that's a good
those.
idea. Now, what do you think about if we took the little brown rolls? I love those little brown rolls. And we turn the oven on and we just do something with the corned beef and cheese. Because, again, it's what you like. You and I both love that brown bread. The pumpernickel is just so good and has so much flavor. Now these are for our crew because I don't think they've tasted these yet. So, and you get you one because this is the one
Okay, I'm going to move that
with the
away from the
spinach
screen
artichoke.
of this.
There you go. And again, don't we have some pot holders
Pot
for our
holders for the
guests?
ladies over here.
Whee! Have a pot holder. Whee! Yay! All right. Oh, there went a dish.
Well, you got to,
There
oh,
went a
you
dish.
broke the stem off.
I broke a dish. Oh, my Lord have mercy. I'm an awful shot.
Which ones are which?
Okay, these are veggie and meat.
Okay.
Try those.
Heather wants
What?
the spinach and artichoke and the
Okay.
tomato basil.
Okay, this is that. So let's get some of that, some of that, some of that, some of that. And there you go. Is that good? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, try those. Y'all, this is so easy. It's so simple. And I'll tell you something I'm going to try. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I am going to put, I love tomato basil so much, I'm going to try it on my bread before I brown it with my cheese and my meat. If this blows it up, I'm going to be very mad at myself. But I'm going to try this new flavor just because, and if you're doing an event for a party, you can pick up these little tiny pumpernickel rolls and make mini sandwiches with them. I'm going to do it with a little bit. No mayonnaise, no mustard, but I'm going to do this for a little flavor. And then I'm going to put, I love corned beef. Do you like corned beef?
I love it. I'm eating with this hand, but I'm working with this hand.
There's something about corned beef and me. I must have grown up somewhere near a Jewish deli. I don't know.
Oh, I did.
I just love it. Now, can you just throw this in the oven for me? Just like it is. And that will be my lunch because that's what I like these wraps and I have them pretty often, but I love the pumpernickel bread. I just love the flavor of it. And this
where did my roll go? With the spinach artichoke.
Right there. Right there. Right there. Just take any of those you want to do.
Well, that's delicious.
Just get the whole plates. Do you like that?
Mhm.
Yeah. Are we out of roll-ups now? Did we use them all?
I've got some more.
Oh, there you go. Let's do some more with the spinach and artichoke. I think that's going to be the hit. I'm the one that liked the tomato basil, but I think everybody else liked the spinach artichoke.
Oh, I don't know. I think Miss Paula out there likes the tomato basil. She was looking for the tomato basil before we ever.
I love the flavor.
But I love that as a.
And this is in the cheese
I love to
section.
put that over my steaks.
Well, this is
when I can have one anymore.
This is in the cheese section at the grocery store. So very simple, very easy to do. And you just pick up whatever flavor you like and then throw it together. Put the meat on there, please. And let me put the cheese.
Hold on. I thought I was going to.
There you go.
Cough, and I didn't.
All right. You can just put the meat. Yum. Yum. And again, it's not that bad for you. If you got lean turkey, it would be so much better for you. But I'll tell y'all, the reason I got corned beef and roast beef, they were on sale yesterday. They were on sale, and that's kind of what happens.
That's exactly what happens. Let me keep this behind my back.
Are you sneezing?
I'm trying not to.
But you feed your family around what's on sale and do it on a budget. And it's so easy.
Well, you can do on a budget. You don't have to starve.
I will tell you, I was going to get another meat, and I looked at the price, and I said, no, can't do that either. This is $5 a pound cheaper. She's going to sneeze. Achoo! Achoo! I don't know what's making her sneeze, but she is. All right. This is so simple, so easy. I bought the super soft shells, and then I bought these two. I chose the flavors I thought we would like. Is mine done? That's what I'm loving.
It's getting there.
Oh my gosh, I'm loving that.
It's getting there.
Simple. Keep it light, keep it refreshing. Now we have to cut a cake. So let's get rid of all this junk while we cut a cake, because we have a young lady who is leaving us today. And today is about celebrating Maya and Maya leaving us. And that's sad because we know that she'll be back next year. She's going away to college. Hi. But we're going to cut her cake.
Sad.
So, and I have another knife somewhere right here.
That's mine. I have to use that one.
All right. Yum! Yum. Jen, will you just throw that out of the way? There you go. There you go. We are going to cut this baby's cake, and we're going to send her on her way. Now, you're going to Georgia State, is that right?
Down in Atlanta.
Are you excited?
I am.
And you're going to be majoring doing what?
Film.
Film. Okay. All right. What have you learned here doing this program?
I have learned teamwork.
Oh, my God.
Teamwork.
Oh, my God. Mm-hmm.
How to work with others.
Right. Right.
Met
That's so important.
I met one of my best friends here.
I need another fork. Ooh,
Excuse me, I
fork.
sneak right here.
Need a fork. You know,
They're covered. They're covered.
Teamwork is something that has to happen.
Especially
This could not happen every single day, Monday through Thursday, if we didn't have the teamwork going on.
She learned not to eat breakfast on Thursday.
Yes. Now
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
And we are changing it. There you go. And you requested red velvet, so Jen did your red velvet from scratch.
It's good.
Is it yummy?
It's really good.
Yummy, yummy. What is it? Who invented a red velvet cake?
I don't know who invented the Lord Baltimore cake.
I don't know, but this was
Or
invented
Lady
during
Baltimore.
my lifetime, because I remember the first time Mama made it, she was so excited
I had them as a
about
child.
it. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
me
very
too.
southern.
Very southern. Now, have you ever made a Coca-Cola cake?
Yes.
Have you ever made a cake with mayonnaise in it?
Yes, I have.
See, there are other southern dishes, just southern dishes.
Well, you taught me how to make a grilled cheese sandwich
Ladies,
without
come up
butter.
and get yourself a piece of cake. Come and get yourself some cake. Now, it's almost time for us to get out of here. It's been a fun day. It's been a wild and crazy day because we have had probably more sugar than we could ever. Probably shouldn't have had so much sugar. What
Amos, you want some cake?
What you guessing?
A few cavities now.
We have had a whole bunch of calories, but we started with something really good. Did you do the veggie roll-up? Did you like
That was
it?
my favorite.
Oh,
That was my favorite one.
yeah.
She's a veggie person.
Yeah, I was so worried.
She's a
about it.
veggie
Yeah,
person.
Good. Everything in it was good for you. So today, when you think about these recipes, change them up. Do what you think works for you. Do what works for your family. We're going to love you and we miss you, and it's been so much fun having you with us.
Come back to see us.
Yes, absolutely.
Of course.
It's time for us to say goodbye. Where rivers, mountains, and good friends meet. Only at ETC
Bye-bye, everybody.
Coming to you live from Ellijay, Georgia.
Y'all have a blessed week.